addition to the CDJ range is the CDJ 2000 Nexus. So a complete overhaul and upgrade on the original CDJ 2000 that was launched 3 years ago. It's got some cool, really cool new features on here. So the best way to use the CDJ 2000s and the CDJ 2000 Nexus is with Pioneer's Recordbox software. Now this was a piece of software that up until now has only been available on the laptop, which you can see if I load up there. Recordbox software. But the latest addition we've added to this is a smartphone application. So we've actually got Recordbox on smartphones or on tablets on the go. So all the functionality that we had on the laptop, on the phone. Now we can wirelessly stream music from here to the Nexus, or we can hardwire in using the USB port at the top there. So if I connect my phone and hit load, now it's asking me do I want to wirelessly connect, and that's because I'm wirelessly connected to the CDJ over there, but I'm going to go for the wired connection and connect to this. You wait for that to run through the setup procedure, and then I can easily access my music on here in my playlists and choose to load it into any deck that's in the link. So CDJ 4 and CDJ 1 over there. If I hit 4, that track is then loaded in and it's good for me to go. So everything that could have been improved or ironed out, any issues on the CDJ 2000, the predecessor, has been resolved on this unit and improved. So you've probably seen this massive new higher resolution 6.1 inch colour screen. So new additions to this screen, we've got a moving waveform now. So if I hit play, you can actually see the track actually running through, and we can see what's going on there. We can zoom in on that waveform, we can zoom right out. So we can, you know, just makes it a lot easier to see key parts of the track, see where it's going to break down, where it's going to build up, and you can also see when you actually loop tracks, nice indication, if I put Quantize on, nice indication of what's actually being looped and what's repeating over and over again. Now this zoom in and zoom out also doubles up as a beat grid adjustment. So the thing about Recordbox is it assigns a beat grid to all of your tracks. On the predecessor to this unit, we could only amend beat grids in the software or on the app. Now, if I hold down the rotary pot, which I was originally zooming in on, that switches to grid mode. And I can actually slide my beat grid from left to right. And the beat grid is really what makes the Quantize feature on the CDJ 2000 work. So the Quantize isn't new, although there's some new aspects to it. We've moved the Quantize button to the front of the CDJ, whereas it used to be in the utility menu. We can now, if I go back to zoom mode, turn Quantize on and off on here. So with Quantize on, it basically means everything's going to be kept in time. So if I assign a loop point in, it will snap to the nearest beat grid marker, which is why it's important to have your beat grids in line with the transients of your track. Even easier to get that right nowadays because we can do it on the CDJ while we're DJing. We don't have to spend time on the application or on the laptop to get them kind of things right. We can do it on the fly. We've also now got, if I get some volume, Quantize hot cues. So with Quantize on, every hot cue I tap will come in on time on the downbeat. So if we're mixing two tracks together, this deck and this deck, and we want to use the hot cues, we don't have to worry about hitting them really precisely and putting the mix out of time. You can literally just punch them and you can tap away on them and they'll always come in on time. Unless you want them to come in out of time, so you can have free reign over them hot cues, you can just turn the Quantize button off and then you're free to tap away. Another cool feature we've got on these is now the sync function as well. So the first hardware unit on the market to incorporate a master and a sync mode, meaning if we have 4 CDJs, we can hit master on this one, and any other one that's linked up in the link through the Pro DJ Link network, we can just press sync like so, and leaving you free to focus on the effects, the RMX controls, and other creative factors that you can throw into your mix. Other really nice feature about these is if your USB comes out or your wireless goes down, the streaming the music will not stop. So if you focus on the CDJ screen now and I pull my phone out, it goes into an emergency loop. You know, just ensuring that we're never going to get any silence in the DJ booth. If anything does go wrong, we're always backed up with a 4-beat emergency loop, which just buys us enough time to mix out and reset the phone, reset the USB stick, get everything going again to save any awkward silencing.